Nestled in the tranquil interior of São Paulo, the Serra House emerges as a refined synthesis of architecture and nature. Designed by Marcelo Couto Arquitetura and complemented by the landscaping expertise of Rodrigo Oliveira, the residence redefines the idea of a living space as something more than just built form. Spanning a generous garden of over 2,000 square meters, the property is an ode to the seamless integration of structure and landscape. Rather than surrounding the house with greenery, the design embeds nature into the very heart of the home. The garden is not an afterthought, it is an essential narrative element of the residence's design. At first glance, the expanse of native vegetation captures the eye, not as an ornamental feature but as a living organism that breathes with the rhythms of the house. It softens the angular lines and crisp edges of the architecture, offering a contrast that is not oppositional but complementary. In doing so, the garden humanizes the home, wrapping it in a cocoon of warmth, movement, and life. Central to this landscape is the harmonious inclusion of a reflecting pool, a swimming pool, and a spa. These water features are not laid out as dominant visual statements, but rather as natural extensions of the landscape. The water mirror quietly reflects the sky and surrounding foliage, enhancing the feeling of openness while reinforcing the presence of nature. The swimming pool and spa are integrated organically, with the surrounding plant life creeping close to the edges, as if the water itself were born from the soil. Rodrigo Oliveira's landscaping vision does more than decorate, it orchestrates privacy and flow. The vegetation has been carefully arranged to act as a screen, filtering views and creating intimate pockets without erecting barriers. This strategic planning allows the garden to serve as a mediator between the home's social and private realms. Walking through the garden becomes a passage from public interaction to introspective retreat, each zone gently unveiled by the rhythm of flora and space. What makes the garden all the more impressive is its youthful maturity. At only 3 years old, the vegetation already feels deeply rooted, thriving with minimal maintenance. This resilience speaks to Oliveira's skill in selecting native plant species that are not only adapted to the regional climate but also inherently sustainable. The garden isn't just beautiful, it's built to endure, grow, and evolve naturally alongside the family who lives within the Serra House. Beyond function and aesthetics, there's an emotional gravity to the landscape design. The interplay of shadow and light through the leaves, the subtle scent of blooming flora, and the gentle sound of water moving, all work together to draw the inhabitants into a more sensory connection with their environment. In this way, nature is not merely present but invited to participate in daily life, shaping moods and moments with quiet, persistent grace. collaboration between Marcelo Couto and Rodrigo Oliveira stands as a testament to the power of multidisciplinary design. Where one brought architectural precision, the other added organic intuition. The result is a residence that does not impose itself on the land, but rather grows from it, calm, composed, and connected. The Serra House, framed by its lush and deliberate landscape, becomes not just a place to live, but a place to be. In a world increasingly distanced from nature, the Serra House offers a rare counterpoint. It does not retreat behind walls or deny its surroundings, but opens itself up to the green embrace of its setting. In doing so, it restores a fundamental truth that architecture and landscape, mind and body, structure and soul, need not be separate. They can coexist, grow together, and ultimately flourish. As we leave the serene embrace of the Serra House, we're reminded that true design isn't just about lines and structures, it's about balance, connection, and intention. Marcelo Couto's architectural clarity, paired with Rodrigo Oliveira's lush, living landscape, proves that when architecture and nature speak the same language, the result is nothing short of transformative. This home doesn't just exist in its environment, it belongs to it. And in doing so, it invites us to reimagine how we live, how we move, and how we feel in the spaces we call home. If you enjoyed this look into the Serra House and the thoughtful design behind it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories where architecture and nature meet. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.